Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. Um, first of all, first of all, let's get started by letting me say I checked the views on the last two videos, and don't get me wrong, like I'm doing this for me, yes, because a lot of times you just need to vent about stuff that bothers you, about stuff you like, stuff that you don't like, whatever. But I really didn't expect to be getting like as much feedback from those two videos as I've gotten. So I definitely want to thank you guys for watching. I have a lot to say, not even like on just today, but I just have like a lot to say in general. So yeah, that's kind of like where this is coming from. But I want to show y'all my shirt. I wonder if y'all remember this. Y'all remember this shirt? It is one. Okay, it shouldn't be one of my favorite shirts anymore, but it is. It's one of my favorite shirts. It just reminds. They like just take me back to like a time where everybody got along, everybody's happy and stuff. We kicked it, you know. But anyway, no need in throwing in that. Okay, so today, I kind of want to talk about something that me and my best friend were talking about earlier. These past few days have just been like crazy out of hand, like crazy out of hand. It's like every day I've been hit with like something different. It's like bam, 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 like just something like crazy, and it really got me to a point where I start thinking in the stuff. Okay, that doesn't even make sense. I start thinking about stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't talk. I start thinking about the stuff that like I believed in, and I start thinking about the way that I thought, and the stuff that was presented to me just kind of makes me go back and reevaluate everything, because it's kind of like, dang, you've been hit with all this stuff, and it's like, okay, what do you do about it? You know what you do about it? You be better, not bitter. So that's what we're going to call this. We're going to call be better, not bitter. Everything, yes, everything does happen for a reason. We will say that. I've never really been a firm believer in that. I believed that you can control your circumstances. You can control being in fucked up situations. You can control being happy, because let's say fucked up situations, you can control that because you have to be able to pay attention to your surroundings. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you'll be able to know what kind of environment you're in. You like, let's say if you go to like, let's just say you go to the gas station and it's like a bunch of thugs and outside, like you see like 5, 6 niggas, and they all smoking weed. They got 40s in their hand. They all just loud being belligerent. You see a few of them that got guns on their waist and shit. That could potentially be a fucked up ass situation. So what would you do? You would go somewhere else and avoid that, because yeah, you could have went inside the gas station and nothing could have happened. You could have been cool, but you could have went in and something bad could have happened. You don't want to chance it, so therefore you just go somewhere else. So I've never really been a believer in the whole everything happens for a reason until I start thinking about some stuff, because I've come to this. Everything does happen for a reason. Everything in life has for every action there's an opposite reaction. I will say that. So therefore everything in life does happen for a reason. You were born to go to, I was born to go to Paseo High School, and I got to Paseo High School by messing with my baby daddy, and I had my son. If it wasn't for me having my son, I would have never went to Paseo High School. If I would have never went to Paseo High School, I would have never met my first love. And if I would have never met my first love, I probably wouldn't know half of you guys. You see how that kind of works? Like everything, you see, it happens for a specific reason. If it was not for me having my son, you probably wouldn't be getting this video right now, because I really wouldn't have a lot to say, because I wouldn't have been through the stuff that I've been through. Therefore, everything does happen for a reason. That being said, be better, not bitter. Because like I said, everything does happen for a reason. You are going to go through stuff in life that may hurt. You're going to go through stuff in life that will feel good. But the thing about it is not necessarily how you handle the situation. It's more so what you take from the situation. Yeah, I mean, it is very important how you handle situations. You don't want to handle anything with too much. You don't want to handle things in a way to where once you handle the situation and you look back at it, you're not happy with the results that came out of your action. Because like I said, for every action there is an opposite reaction. You can't slap somebody and expect not to get slapped, because for that action of you slapping somebody, in return there was an opposite reaction of you getting slapped. Therefore, everything happens for a reason. But the thing about it is, when you go through this stuff, you can't be bitter. You cannot go through life like, oh, well, this person cheated on me, so now every man is a cheater. Yes, we know the niggas ain't shit, as we have previously discussed before. We know the niggas ain't shit. But the thing about it is, you can't just be like, oh, every ain't shit nigga is a cheater, because that's not necessarily true. I feel like in general, yes, niggas ain't shit. Point blank, period. But every ain't shit nigga is not the same. I'm a very firm believer in that. All guys are not the same. So it's like, if you're in a relationship and something bad happens, you shouldn't necessarily get out of that relationship and then just like, you know what, fuck all niggas, da da da. Now, don't get me wrong, you are very justified in saying that. You can say that because, you know what I'm saying, when you get hurt by somebody that is supposed to be close to you, if y'all supposed to be like this, y'all rocking it till the wheels fall off, and you are betrayed, your trust, your feelings, your emotions have been compromised, you have every right to be like, you know what, fuck every nigga in my future. Point blank, period. Because you've been hurt. So, of course, if you got your guard up, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to want to let it down, because you don't know if you're running into another cheater. You don't know if you run into the man that you're supposed to marry. You really don't know. So it's better to be better and not bitter. Because when you become bitter, you have a tendency to shut everybody out. And when you start shutting everybody out, you don't necessarily know, like I said, what kind of person you're dealing with. You could be blocking your blessing. You could be shutting out the person who is supposed to give you $1 million. But you, on the other hand, you like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck all these niggas saying shit, no way. You have, even when you are faced with a situation and it has to, let's just say, you know, you and your boyfriend break up and everything like that, you know, he fucked you up real good. I understand that you are hurt. I understand that, you know, you are very vulnerable and you're feeling a lot of different kind of ways. Your emotions are running all over the place. But the one thing that you have to remember is, thinking negatively about every situation is not going to help anything either. Now, I mean, you can think negatively about the situation, but that's really not going to get you anywhere. The best thing to do, because you can think negatively about it, yeah, but the thing about it, that's not going to change the fact that it happened. You could be like, okay, fuck every nigga in the world and niggas ain't shit, da da da. But that does not change the fact that your ex cheated on you. Like, it just doesn't. What you can do though is, instead of being bitter, you can be better and think about it in a positive light. Yes, everything happens for a reason. He cheated on you for a reason. Why that reason is, you may not know, because you're the one who was cheated on. The only person who would actually know that answer would be the person who was cheating, the cheater. You can ask that person like, oh, why'd you do it? But I'm like, you gonna get some bullshit, you know, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But what you do is you sit back and you evaluate that situation and don't allow yourself to be bitter. Allow yourself to be better. So, you know what? He cheated. He lied, obviously, because nobody's just like willingly like, hey, baby, I'm about to go cheat. You're like, oh, okay. So obviously there's something going on. He cheated, he lied, and he betrayed your trust. So now in the future, you know what kind of person you want to deal with. You don't want to deal with somebody who, oh, well, I've caught him in a lie 2 or 3 times, but I'ma still be with him. No, because eventually he's gonna continue to lie and continue to lie, and nothing's gonna change. You're not gonna get anywhere. You don't want to be with somebody that's like, oh, well, he cheated on me this one time, but you know, he said he was sorry and that he's gonna change. Da da da. Okay, that's cool and everything like that, but once a cheater, always a cheater. So you might want to take the positive things that you got from that situation. Now you know what kind of person you want to be with. You want to be with somebody you can deal with. You want to be with somebody who's not about no drama, not about no other girls, not about nothing else but you. You are their only and main priority. You want to be with somebody like that? Then fine. That's the lesson that you took out of that situation. Now you know, I'm not going to be bitter. I'm going to be better. So now when you go into your next situation, it's not going to be all like, well, he hurt me and my guard's up and I'm just so scarred and da-da-da. Because you know what, now you can take that situation and apply it to this new situation. Like, you know what, okay, this is kind of what happened with that. I didn't like this, I didn't like that, so I kind of see these traits in you, maybe, kind of, sort of. I'm going to tell you in advance, I don't like this, I don't like that. If you cannot deal with, that still gives you more than enough time to step away. Everything in life happens for a reason. The bad happens to prepare you for the good. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not that type of person. I'm going to be better. I don't like, I'm to a point where, not me, but I believe that you should not let anybody have power over you. If you're in a situation and, you know, that person is doing wrong, it doesn't matter if we talk about like your significant other, your friends, your mama, your daddy, whatever. If you're in a situation where that person is doing wrong and that person knows that they're doing wrong and you care that much about the situation that you want to address it, like, you know that you're doing wrong, I know you're doing wrong, let's change it, and they continue to do wrong, they don't care. All they have is, oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, and then it happens again. Oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, and then it happens again. Oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, and then it happens again. Like, look, I'm not going to allow it to happen again because we've went through this too many times and obviously you don't care. So what I'm going to take for this situation is I'm not going to be bitter about it. I'm going to be better. I'm going to go ahead and take this situation and apply it to something better. So now I know I want to look for somebody, or I want to deal with somebody, regardless, friends, boyfriend, whatever. I want to deal with somebody who listens to how I feel, who cares about what I got to say, who cares about what's going on in my mind. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just deal with somebody who's always, alright, I'm sorry, and keeps doing the same shit. That's what you take from that situation. You don't be bitter about that. You don't be bitter about something like that. You know what? You keep lying, you keep fucking up, you ain't shit, I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. If you lying and you ain't shit, I'm going to keep it moving until I get to a place where I'm comfortable. Because that's one thing I've learned. You don't keep putting your energy into somebody who don't care about you. Regardless. Because if you're going to be bitter about a situation, that's not going to do anything but mess up your mental. And being bitter about a situation, not necessarily, well, when you're in a situation and you don't know when to leave, we'll just say you don't know when to leave. Well, you know what? Because this is getting to be somewhere else. And I don't want to, like, take this topic where it doesn't need to go, because we can just talk about this some other time, because I'm sure y'all like, bitch, you all over the place. Okay, whatever though. So, hopefully, because I'm going to go ahead and end this, hopefully I said something that, you know, maybe you guys were thinking, maybe it's something that you guys can use or something like that. I know the talk that me and my best friend had earlier, like, it really helped a lot. So I just want to go ahead and, like, spread it with you guys. I want to thank you again for, like, all the feedback that I've been getting on the blog. If, like I said, if you want to talk about something specifically, or you want to hear something discussed, you know, just hit me up in my inbox. A lot of y'all know my number. Call me, you know. I had somebody who watched the blog, the first blog, and he called and actually left me a voicemail, a long ass voicemail, like, yo, you crazy as fuck, but that really did help me a lot. So I want to thank you for that. I will talk to you guys later. Toodles.